I'm up. Yeah, man, serious sitting here now. Alright, so, hear this now. The other day, I see a police, a farmer police, him a drive him truck named Blake. And him come out and him burn Andrew. And I tell you, through corruption and him do police work. Now, we see a video sent to me by some police from Montego Bay. With the same police, Blake must have farm him own channel and I explain how them lock him up. And when the title, I see the title now, corrupted Montego Bay police officers, or police officer arrested by corrupted Montego Bay officers. That was the title. They do. Now, them send me the video, Blake. But them upset because they work with you when you come down there. And them send me the video and them send me a voice note. When I play about you. So, them I tell you why you go down there because them I say you want to turn out to be like he's an angel. And not like that. So them send me, them talk to me and them send me a voice note. And I play the voice note. I play what you say. Let the people them hear because I like, man, I like play. Because me now coming on. I'm alone, some I just have man, Me get something and from the man, them say, no, he never clean. No, make him come and build this and act like this, like him an angel. He ain't an angel. Well, me did hear you say you're not angel for your first video. But you say Andrew this and that and then move you from the vision and all kind of things. Now the police, them a man to go be. I've spit fire against you right now. Because them a tell me what you used to do. And them used to work with you too. So them say no like them no know. So I'm going to play the voice note there, but I'm going to play what you say first. Yeah? And then I play the voice note from police and Montego Bay about you. So you have to just address them because they're going to come back. You understand? Because them say, yeah, build thing and don't make. You trick the people, them are trick. Jamaica, like you're innocent and you're one of them clean guy. And you used to recover gun. So I'm going to play your thing first. Then I'm going to play voice note from police and Montego Bay. Alright, Blake? I'm want you listening keenly. Yeah, man. That's how we have to do it, keep it clean, And keep it real. Lonesome. Keep it real and keep it clean. Yeah, man. Bless up, bless up. Everyone bless up. We don't hear this now because hear them knockout puncher now. Blake, you first.
I've served the Jamaica Constabulary Force for over 22 years. And they said that you need to learn from your mistakes.
Okay.
And you need to learn from your experiences. And to be frank with you, what have I learned from the Jamaica Constabulary Force? I've learned that number one is a very ungrateful organization. Very ungrateful. It's an organization that would chew you up and spit you out. It's an organization that the leaders, they will use you every day until you're done, until you're depleted.
So I take note too, the leaders use you and them chew you and spit you out, okay. Because we have hear other people. So why hear everything in
And that is what most police officers in Jamaica nowadays fail to understand. You see, we have this zeal to serve. And we're going full 100. Well, not all of us, but for us who are going full 100 in the organization, we put the organization before our families. We put the organization before our friends. We put the organization before our own lives. What? Tell me what if you believe me. The promotion in the Jamaica Constabulary Force is like 20 to 80% as it relates to between uniformed police and detectives. Yet, I'm not saying the uniformed police, they don't work. Most of them work. Some of them work. They put interest in their patrols and stuff like that, and they ensure that they go out on the limb. But not all of them, just a few of them. But most of the time, detectives go out, bro. We always put in 150%.
All right, let me just correct you on that. Most of the time, the detective go out and put in 150%. Like Miller 9, and more than 100, them put in around 5 million%. Like going and killing people and things. Like the youth where Dana miss with, the detective too. Just a constable. But you have some other detective there where, where you hear for them name calling or some things. It's unbelievable. You understand? Millionaire was a detective and he put in more than 5 million percent. He leave from this and go way over so go rob and kill. You understand? Yeah, man. But I'm go and listen still. Yeah, put in that. But me play, me have a voice note for play now where the police them down there tell me what you're doing a break. So, you know, we have to go deal with that situation there, you know. You understand? But me go and hear him first, you know. Yeah, man.
We know the criminals. We know where to find them. We know where to look for them. And we keep looking for them because guess.
So we know the criminal and know if to find them and we know if to look for them. So if we know them, the criminal and know if to look for them and know if to find them, we don't have to keep looking for them because you have to find them. You know if to look for them. All right, good. Go on.
We want to solve our murders. We want to solve our robberies. We want to solve our shootings. When a detective patrol goes out, we know who we are looking for.
Okay.
We go out with a purpose.
Okay.
So, what I'm about to talk about today now, because I have a whole lot of history in the Jamaica Constabulary Force.
Okay.
But, you know, before talking about some of the histories in the Jamaica Constabulary Force, you know, sometimes you have to tell people about the bad examples, the bad things that happens to you in the Jamaica Constabulary Force, the corruption that happens in the Jamaica Constabulary Force.
Yes, sir.
Understand? But so today, let me tell you, I'm going to go back to what happened to me when I was transferred to Montego Bay in 2002.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you plainly what happened to me in Montego Bay. Went to Montego Bay, we transferred to Montego Bay. I went to Montego Bay with Newton Amos and retired Assistant Commissioner Derek Knight, and there was a sergeant by the name deceased Sergeant Robert. You know what I mean? Sergeant Roberts, Anthony Roberts, that's his name. And we were in Montego Bay working. And let me tell you something, people. If you have seen corruption in the Jamaica Constabulary Force in Kingston, trust me, or any other parishes, you're not seeing nothing yet. Because Montego Bay is the worst place on the planet. Montego Bay has more corruption in the whole wide world as a police station than anywhere else. That division is the most corrupt division in the Jamaica Constabulary Force. And this is why I'm going to tell you this.
Want to listen now, you know. So when you want some attack, I don't want to hermaphrodite and think on chat to me. You see why? It's a farmer police. But you got to hear me play Montego Bay police after this, you know. I make you listen him good. And then I play with them say, don't get no trick by just want to listen. See? All right.
My experience, you know. My truth. All right. So we were in Montego Bay and we started a team. The team started with I was in charge of this team with Constable Powell on it, and now deceased Metro McFarlane and now Inspector Finley. We started working on the street, so we were doing a good job, but the era was new to me, so we did not have a whole lot of recovery of firearms. And I'm the type of police like that. I love to recover firearms. I love to, whenever I go out on the street.
So the man said the era did new to him, so he never recover a lot of firearms, right? So he want to go up on the street. It's new, so he just come in. All right, okay. All right. May I take note too, you know? Yeah.
I see results, you know what I mean? And we were being pressured by the DSP crime to recover guns and things, just like how I used to do at Hunts Bay. So I used to overreach, try to go in other areas to see if I can recover firearm. So
but me not understand that no, Blakey. So your division, you say you overreach. So you try going at people division where them have detective and everything to recover firearm. That's why you overreach, reach out there. Okay. All right, okay. Because that's out of your jurisdiction. Can I go over some other people place? And though them have police and detective, them have detective and everything. You try to recover firearm. Remember you say when you reach out there, you know where you go and everything. But you say you overreach because you never did a cover nothing. So you want to cover it and you never know the place. But remember go and listen.
The team would, sometime branch off in a little Negril or the surrounding areas. Just
Negril not surrounding area. Montego Bay and Negril the next place completely. It's not surrounding area that. Forward drive to go and Negril. But anyway, and you're stationed in Mobay. Okay. All right.
have some work done. So one night in our car, and we were going through a place called Coral Gardens, right? And we saw somebody standing at the gate in Coral Gardens. A guy standing at the gate while driving through the area. So we stopped, we questioned the guy. He said he lived in the house. So I said, no, show me where you live. The guy took us and he said he was the gardener. And he showed us gardener's quarters. And I said, what you have to show that you live here? He showed me a passport and stuff like that.
But that, as police, mother stop on there, so that's not right. You see somebody stand up at a gate and you say, show me where you live. Remember you say, we don't know where the thief there, we don't know where. So you see somebody, me stand up at my gate and me have to come in my yard without a search warrant to show you, say, need my yard gate. I'm have to show you, I'm showing my quarters, and then you want me to show you something for no, so me live here. Me not understand that. Anyway, me go and listen. Me not understand that. Because me there, my gate, and me not do nothing wrong. Your police just go on about your business. All right?
And I said, okay, satisfied. We saw nobody else.
You go,
Right.
that means you go in the yard, and him have to show you where and what, and him gone. All right? Yeah? Overstretch. Well, I'm going to play with the police, them give me, HD. So I just want to play him first, yeah?
We left the premises
Him left the premises.
and we drove back.
So you just see a man stand by him gate and reach by the premises without a search warrant or something. You ask where you live. Me there my gate and me say me live in here, so I'm have to carry in my yard and show you my passport for show you say me live on me a garden and me or something, and then you drove back. You drove back? Okay.
To Montego Bay police station.
So you just pass him, make a stop to him, where you see him at the yard, and then when you come out, you just drove back to the station, that is it. So I never him a target or nothing. You just pass and see him and ask him where him live. And him tell you. And then go in him yard and say, show me something more you live here, and him have to show you. And then when you come out, you're satisfied, and then you drove back to the station. So and somewhere you'd go, otherwise or something. Okay, all right. Okay, Blakey, go on.
Didn't hear anything happen for the next couple of weeks. Okay.
Didn't
A
hear
few weeks
anything
later, my team, me and Constable Power, that is, and we had two informants in the car. They were supposed to show us some potential targets that we could.
Two informer, una pick up two youth in the car. Remember when the dust come, the sun on nobody. And oh, you got show to them informer tower. Me say them two youth was robber anyway. But anyway, remember go and listen this. You have two informers when the dust you to the place. When have two informants in the car. I got shown some potential one. Okay, all right.
Deal with. Anyway, we ended up in Negril.
Negril.
And we went to a lane and we saw
So why the informant come from Mobay? You can't be a police station otherwise to reach Negril itself. So I want to end up in a Negril. Can I go to, depends where them I go. If a Westmoreland part or a Hanover part. But a different parish completely. You see? So you've gone in a lane and Negril when you have police there and what have you that are overstretch and overreach. Okay. Now listen.
some suspicious movements. And we accosted a Rastaman.
So you see some suspicious movements. Remember you say you have two informants, but you see suspicious movements.
That you live here. He showed me a passport and stuff like that. And I said, okay, satisfied. We saw nobody else.
You saw nobody?
Right? We left the premises.
Okay.
And we drove back to Montego Bay police station. Didn't hear anything happen for the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
A few weeks later, my team, me and Constable Power, that is, and we had two informants in the car. They were supposed to show us some potential targets that we could deal with.
So how them live a Montego Bay and know about targeting a Negril? Go not deal with it. Because we not just call Negril police and things. Why them are drive when you take up some informant from St. James to go in a different parish completely to go show on a target? Okay. All right. Okay.
Anyway, we ended up in Negril. And we went to a lane and we saw some suspicious movements.
Okay.
And we accosted a Rastaman who had some weed, and at the same time a guy run inside of a house. So we run inside of a house, we said, oh, something was wrong. So we
You say
knocked on the
something else
door and the
wrong.
guy was in the house. And he was looking through the
Remember, but you have informant in the car. When the dust come there, but when you use informant, all them that be trusted in your car, and reach out of your police division, reach a Negril. And you see a man when in a house, and you see some man with little weed, custody him and man when in a house, and you say must do something for him in a house. That means that immediate go offer. But you reach in the house, okay. Well on.
window and he was saying that, listen, I don't know who know. Not let nobody even know who know. So we said we are police officers, open the door. Why you running the house?
When
He
you
said he
reach there,
needed to see our IDs. So we showed our IDs to this man. He opened the door. But it would appear as if before he opened the door, he was calling his police friends. Because obviously, it looked like him have something illegal in there. Anyway,
obviously,
he opened the door, and by the time he opened the door, we started entering the house. Another police jeep came from the Negril police station. There was a
yes.
constable
Oh,
by
so you have a Negril police station. But when leave from Montego Bay with informant, civilian, not police, informant. I want to just see a Rasta and accosted him, never know him. And a man went to the house and still if a car police came not chef on a police. And we not tell him go in the house because them run. I overstretch that week complete because we have Negril police station. Okay, I'm going to
the
listen.
name of Richards. I don't remember the other police that was with him, but I know Richards because we went to high school together. As a matter of fact, he was my senior at the police academy. Right? So I explained to Richards what happened, and we said we're going to search the premises. Richards and I were staying in one room with the guy who went in the house, and Constable Powell and the other police officer went in a different room with the other occupant. There was another occupant in the house.
Two informant outside.
By the time we started searching the house, there was some clothes on the bed with a whole lot of $100. I think it was $100. So I took the $100 from the bed, threw it in the clothes basket, and I went to the clothes one by one and dropped them on the money in the clothes basket. I showed the guy that, listen, your money is in the clothes basket. He said, yes, officer. While we were doing that, I heard an uproar outside. When we went outside, there were more cops there, right? Plainclothes cops, bicycle cops. Well, it would appear as if the man had called his friends. Those were his friends.
Those are Negril police. Those are their division. Them are the police or police that division. You come from Mobay. Okay. All right. Those are his friends. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Next thing I know, they took the informants out of the car.
Informant.
So I went outside and I said to them, listen, these guys are with us. Keep it low.
Keep it low.
Before I could do anything else, these police officers accused me of being a robber. That I came and robbed this man last night. And I said, what are you talking about? So one held me in my waist and they started. I said, no, what the hell are you doing? I have my gun in my hand too, and everybody started doing a whole lot of shit now. And I'm saying, what is going on? So I calmed the situation because I was a senior police on the scene, a corporal. So I said, listen, bro, we need to calm down. This don't look good. Let us go to the station and sort out this thing.
So you mean by it not look good next go to the station and sort out this thing? And your jurisdiction. So what you mean it not look good? Because them man you tell me them man them not do nothing but you know the man house and then little weed and make it not look good. Go to the station and sort out. Okay. Make go and listen.
Went to the police station, Negril. My virgin, what happened next? Only God can tell where it come from or why did this happen next. Well, I will tell you why it happened next. We were at the station. All of a sudden, the inspector said to us, after we discussed the whole thing, the inspector said to us, okay, you guys are free to go. You know what I mean? Whatever. But when we were about to leave, the inspector was holding on to the informants. So I said, I'm not leaving my informants. So the inspector was saying, no, we're going to keep them. I said, no, I'm not leaving my informants. So there was a disagreement between me and the inspector. And he said, hold on a little bit. My brethren, what happened next? I would turn the tides. Next thing, the inspector came back about 5 minutes while I was waiting on the two guys and said to me that we had robbed this man who we were presently searching the day before. So I said, what? What are you talking about? We robbed this man the day before we came to search him. So I said, what are you talking about? Anyway, they requested my firearm. I said, no. So then I received a phone call from the now retired Assistant Commissioner Derek Knight saying that, give the man him the gun because the man was going to catch you a rob. I said, rob who? They caught us robbing, you know. That's what they said. We were caught robbing. That's what they said. So I'm saying, what the hell is going on? Caught robbing who? Next.
Maybe Robin Hood. But anyway, if you see some money on the bed, why take it up and say put it in the basket? Shouldn't even touch it neither, you know? When I see what's not. Because the bed not trouble. Another like you say you pull up the bed. Put it back. And money that and a fee. You understand? You say you put it in the basket. Anyway, I'm going to listen.
Thing I know, they took away our firearms and said we remain in the office for the night. We were sitting there, not in the bathroom. They didn't want us to go. We were not not under arrest for anything. They can't tell us why they're keeping us, but guess what? A badness, gun thing and gun point on us, and we can't leave the police station. We can't go nowhere. And yet still they can't charge us. Anyway, we spend the night there. The next day, they said, all right, we are going to Montego Bay by the air office to meet with internal affairs. They put the two civilians in custody, and we were transported to Montego Bay air office to meet with the internal affairs. When we went there, they were...
So they put the two civilians in custody. So by the two civilians reach a Negril, one of them in Mobay, and go over reach and pass some division and reach this go up in a lane and to this man and I like when I say when I find the man with this and that, different from the money where you move off of the bed and say you put it in your so and you hear them rap. Me soon play the voice note phone, you know. Me just listen what them say Blake here say. So me soon play the voice note phone, you know. We never hear something from the voice note. Unbelievably, yeah? Okay.
There was no internal affairs. I was there sitting outside the whole time. I noticed a whole lot of tin cars drive up in the yard. You know what they were doing? They were carrying people into the compound to look at us, to try and put us on identification party, to point at us, say we were robbing them. That was what they were doing. Anyway, as the day went by, finally I'm saying to them, what is happening here? Are we charged? Are we free to go? What is happening? I remember.
Why you don't ask, are we charged or free to go? If you know, do not matter. What is happening here? Are we charged? Are we free to go? Okay. Now listen, listen. I want to me dissect, you know, me not run for dissect things, you know, me listen.
But they said to me, okay, we were caught with two men who were robbers. I said, which two men? Who did they rob? They are saying the other two guys were robbers and we were caught with them. And they said they wanted to search my hotel room because I was staying at a hotel when I was stationed in Montego Bay.
So your station, so you have to stay at the hotel because it does get transferred. You have two informants, a civilian and carry away a Negril in a little lane. Go a little man, you say they come on with weed, and then go in a man house and tell him, say, take the money off him bed and you put it in there, so, and then Negril police come, you're in a Negril police jurisdiction. So you're over straight, because if you look for gun, but I know gun, you got to go get this. So, okay. I'm going to listen still. I'm going to listen.
So we went there. So I said, where's the warrant to search my hotel room? They did not have a warrant. Anyway, they took us to the hip strip.
So if you don't have nothing to hide and they want to search your hotel room, you know, if you don't ask them why they want to search your hotel room, just make them go on. Simple. Yeah, man.
Where there was a female justice of the peace and they got the warrant from the justice of the peace in my presence. They went and they searched my hotel room. I said, what are you searching for? They said they were searching for a phone that was robbed from the man.
All right. So if I'm here, you can search my place. I mean, you not to come, not me just a video. I mean, I even chat to you because you have a search warrant. And I not even not talking. Because anything where you pick up, I know, because I have nothing illegal in my place. I know, so no good. I have refusing either. When you have your warrant come. When you're done, you talk to me, liar, come on, broke you, you know. Yeah, man. Of course. But I know not chatting. But good.
The day before they held us. Because it was alleged that we robbed that man the day before and took away his phone.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
They searched, they didn't find anything. They took away my bulletproof vest. They took away my CIB vest. They took everything.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. they could carry it to plant it at a crime scene or anything as far as I'm concerned. When we went back to the area office,
If them take them vest, them are more seal it and thing and use it and things. Say, okay, well I use this way. Because when them take things off for you, them take things off from my police brethren too. They never can go plant the gun name of on a crime scene and something. But anyway, let me just go and listen.
they said the internal affairs were waiting to talk to us in Negril. So we left for Negril. On the way to Negril, I overheard the sergeant talking to somebody on the phone. The sergeant said, listen, I don't have anything to charge the policemen for because they have not done anything.
But if the sergeant ever said they have not done anything in my part or something, because if him never did it unless him did it, a sergeant couldn't say that to me, I go after him. When I go on a Negril. Yeah? So if a sergeant said they have not done anything, him can't tell me that. Him couldn't tell me that. So me that look on the sergeant suspicious. Not true. Anyway, go on.
And there was an argument now between the sergeant and whosoever was on the phone trying to give the sergeant instructions. So the sergeant was like, Regine, I'm a sergeant for over 10, over 15 years, 20 years. I must know when people do things.
Yep.
If there's nothing to charge a policeman them for, there's nothing to charge a policeman them.
Look much people are talking about you must know when people do things. That makes sense? Eh? So me a sergeant for over 20 years, so we must know when people do things. Okay.
For. Anyway, the sergeant took himself out of it. Instead of releasing us, because he had nothing to charge us for, because there was no evidence to charge me, Troy, and I for, he decided that he's not going to follow their instructions. But what he did, what he should have did was released us. But what he did instead was took himself from the case completely and left us in Bethel Town.
Took himself and him can't release, you know. So he took himself from the case and
Westmoreland. So we were stuck in Bethel Town for 3-4 days. No phone call, not even a phone call, nothing. Nobody knew where we were. Luckily, the same civilians informed Constable Powell's family that we were in Bethel Town. I don't know how they knew, but word spread. Anyway, a writ of habeas corpus came for us to be released because we were in custody for 4 days without even charged.
Them get liar now and say release them in our charge, them, you know. Okay. Without even charge. Okay.
After that, they came to us the same night and said, they told the judge in court that we were for identification parade. And the same night they came to us and told us that we were for identification parade the next morning in Negril. I said, for what? For robberies committed in Westmoreland, Manchester, Trelawney, everywhere. About 10 robberies. I said, what? I said, we busy? Anyway, they took us from the Bethel Town police station and brought us to Negril like 4 a.m. in the morning. So we were for identification parade at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. came, no ID parade. 10:30 came, no ID parade. The attorney came and asked, what's happening? What about the ID parade? The sergeant said, the witnesses went to a funeral, so the parade cannot be kept. So we said, okay. No. No parade was kept in Negril. The following day, they brought us to Montego Bay, so we were for parade in Montego Bay again. So the parade in Negril no exists anymore. A parade in Montego Bay now. So guess what? Guess where we were for identification parade. The house that we had stopped that dude in Coral Gardens over 3 weeks ago, that is where the identification parade was for. Now, I'm going to explain.
Oh, so the Montego Bay, so 2 different identification parade, because you just said 10 things. So the house where you stop the dude at Coral Garden. Remember you just have drive and say a dude at the gate. And you ask him, say him live here, and you're gone in him yard. In him place, him have to show an ID. You say you that to do in there and you come out and want to leave and go back at the station. You know, bother go on your way like it's a patrol. You just turn back after you come out of the yard. No sound right, none at all still. But anyway, let's go on. What me I go and listen, you know. Me like listen. Come here, I play the voice with me, couldn't hear you know. From police. Alright.
Explain this to you. On the identification parade documents, it stated that we were supposed to be on parade for robbery. Robbery, you know, robbery. Even though we didn't rob anybody of anything. So The parade came. My attorney instructed me not to go on the parade.
Attorney instructed him not to go on the parade. You're innocent. You don't do nothing. Why attorney instructed you said don't go on the parade? I said because them know you. Okay.
Troy went on the parade, he got pointed.
So hold on. So you just come in our place. That means nobody don't really know you too much. So why the attorney instruct you not to go on the parade? Remember, you just come from town, you know. 3 weeks ago, they saw I try a thing and then you overstretch and go somewhere. And like some police correct a judge and said them can't say him this. Now one of them, this others you would just come here. Say, me that glad to go up on the parade quick. Free up myself. Let me just see that again. I turn and say you must go up on it. Okay.
10:30 came, no ID parade. The attorney came and asked, what's happening? What about the ID parade? The sergeant said, the witnesses went to a funeral, so the parade cannot be kept.
Okay.
So we said, okay. No. No parade was kept in Negril. The following day, they brought us to Montego Bay, so we were for parade in Montego Bay again. So the parade in Negril no exists anymore.
Okay.
A parade in Montego Bay, no. So guess what? Guess where we were for identification parade. The house that we had stopped that dude in Coral Gardens over 3 weeks ago. That is where the identification parade was for.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to explain this to you. On the identification parade documents, it stated that we were supposed to be on parade for robbery. Robbery. Even though we didn't rob anybody of anything. So the parade came. My attorney instructed me not to go on the parade.
So you never have nothing, nobody don't know you're Mobay, but you get two informers or civilian and drive their car back of you as police. None of them are drive a car. You put them in your head back, you trust them, you get two informers. Okay. Alright. So me soon play that, you know. And then your attorney tell you to go on a parade when nobody don't know you, sir. Nobody don't know you, sir. That's the best way for you go. I go and listen.
Troy went on the parade, he got pointed out. Because everybody in a Montego Bay knows Troy Powell. Knows about.
So everybody know Troy Powell, but they don't know you. So why not go on the parade? Me just ask a question. You remember me like ask real question, you know. Them don't know you just get transferred, you just start work. Everybody know try to go up on the parade and get pointed out. But your liar said don't go up on the parade. Remember, nobody don't know you yet, you know. Nobody don't know you. Alright. Go on, listen.
Bambo. So they can't miss him. All you have to say, look for Mr. Bambo.
Yeah, there.
The guy did not know me, he could not recognize me. When I went on the parade, I did not even hear the witness come on the parade. I did not hear the sergeant say witness on parade. I did not hear the sergeant say witness, do you know what you're here for today? I did not hear the sergeant say there are 9 men in the parade. Walk up and down if you see them and shout the number loud. I did not hear she said that. I did not hear a witness answering around the other side of the screen. And at the end of the day, I did not hear a witness shout the number that I was standing under. I was standing in the parade room waiting for the parade to be kept so long that I said to the sergeant, Sergeant, what happened? Isn't the parade going through? She said to me, oh, Mr. Blake, you were pointed out. So I said to her, by who? I did not hear anybody said number 9. I did not hear nobody say number 9. So how am I pointed out? She talked about, you were pointed out, and that's it. I said, okay. I went back in my cell. Well pointed out, no boy, by nobody. Just because we were supposed to be released on that day. They realized that they were losing and they had us in custody for over a week, so they had to find.
They realize they're losing by using such strong word. Losing what? Eh? Innocent. What they realize them losing. Anyway.
Something to plant on us.
Oh, they want to plant something. Okay. Yeah.
So here's the identification part now. I get to understand that the witness, the guy in question who was supposed to come to point us out, was supposed to only point us out as the policemen who had searched him on that night. He was not a witness to any robbery. So therefore, we were not on parade for robbery.
It was a night, you know.
Anyway,
okay.
News flash, reach the Gleaner, reach everywhere that, yes, the policemen were charged after the DPP rule that we were charged for robbery. So
Okay.
the newspapers carried
So check on everybody rule pa uno. But uno innocent. Okay, okay.
every newspaper, every news media carried the story that with my name in it, Corporal Blake, Constable Powell, that we were charged for robbery aggravation committed in Coral Gardens, Montego Bay, that we kicked off a door and we robbed $500,000 plus jewelry. That was the news.
Okay.
And I'm wondering, is that me? Because when DPP came back that we were supposed to be charged, I was charged for assault. I was charged for assault at common law. The allegation was that I pointed my gun in the man's mouth in Negril. In Negril, you know, not Montego Bay. In Negril.
But Negril, they should him that Negril in the first place. Any name couldn't call, you know. You know, go under rules. You know, go under four rules. Them not do what? When them not do pan you. All right. I listen still.
In Negril. So I'm saying they put us on a parade for Montego Bay. Yet we are charged. I am charged for assaulting the man that I searched his premises in Negril.
So why you search him on the premises? They say you're moving money off of thing. Why you do this? I can't you a Negril police. Negril police them there. Okay. I go and listen still.
And yet the newspapers are carrying the story that we were charged for robbery in Montego Bay. You see what I'm saying now, people? I want you to listen.
Well, the news always, whether Negril or Mobay, because them say Mobay, you said 10 different robbery them have your pants. So anyway, I'm going to listen.
Carefully. That is how the level of corruption in the Jamaica Constabulary Force wicked.
Oh.
All because...
But you spent 22 years and never know it's wicked. Okay. All right, sir. Yes, sir.
We came from Kingston and we were doing a good spot of work and they wanted us out. The policemen in Montego Bay, most of them wanted us out of Montego Bay.
Okay.
Especially me, because I was the foot soldier. But you see, when all of this happening, this is the worst part of it, Bridging. This is the worst part of it. The two officers who brought us to Montego, they never even come and visit us by the cell once and say, what's going on? The day in question in Negril, he did not even come down there and find out what's going on. But
the two officers that are Cowboy Knight and the other one there, breathe me. When name again? Amos. Yeah, man. Remember the tape?
While we were in Bethel Town,
yeah, man.
I remember talking to him on the phone. I called him on the phone. He called the phone and I went on the phone with Cowboy. And he said, what kind of thing that we're going with? I said, what do you mean? We didn't do anything. The next thing I know, the man said, oh, you're a bumbleclad thief, a gunshot you forget. That is what the man said to me. Me a thief, a gunshot me forget. So this is a man who bring me from Kingston to Montego Bay and the man write me off right there, so without even look into the case. Remember, we weren't even charged for nothing yet, you know. In the end, we were not even charged for any robbery, even though the papers carried that we were charged for robbery. Because you see what happened, bro? The senior officers in Montego Bay, they are the same ones who pass on the information to the paper. So every time we...
Young man, Adi, it's when you come on my program, me listen before me play it to you. So you don't come and tell me right now, me not even talking to you right now because you never know who you're talking to. Get off my program. No time for you. You think me just get up and play something you don't listen it? You think me never listen it before? You think me have a voice note? Oh, you're so stupid. You think me one of them just get up and put anything on my program and not talk to people and double check it? You talk a bit too much. Run that down, son.
Go to court. The whole court is looking for the two police them who was robbing down from Trelawney to Montego Bay to Ocho to Manchester. That is how we were destroyed in the papers and on the social media. I held my head high because I know I didn't rob anybody. And the law took its course. The judge didn't see a case there. The judge was asking, where's the robbery? There was no robbery. As a matter of fact, I went to court for assault at common law. The judge threw out the illegal possession, because they tried me for illegal possession of firearm and assault at common law. So the judge threw out the illegal possession of firearm, stating that if you're going to charge the officer for a firearm that was issued to him illegally by the commissioner of police, then you need to charge the commissioner for aiding and abetting. So
that's why them let it go, but it can't use illegally still. So the judge said that sometimes the judge, because if he use it legally, them can charge you for that. Because you say them issue it, but you can't issue it for rob with it. Can't charge you for it, of course.
He dropped the illegal possession of firearm and it was sent to the RM court for just a regular assault. When I went to the RM court, bro, the RM court, in Negril RM court, you know what we were there for? We were before the Negril RM court for robbery. That the judge was asking, why would the High Court send a robbery case, a High Court case, to the smaller court? And the judge said, where's the file? They said they could not find the file. So the judge said, listen, set this matter for next date and ensure I get the file.
Oh, so if they find the file and friend move the file, that means the case I got short. Okay, all right.
The day before court, the next date for court, my attorney was Peter Champagne. Even when Peter Champagne came down to...
Sometimes you know why people get to it, you know? Big money, you know? $2 million, man. Big money. Yeah, man. Then they come with some little things and look all on board through it. The police, them know. That's why I say police draw for this. Yes. You see why, you know? Okay. Yeah?
Represent me. In the case, he was asking me, Mr. Blake, where is the robbery file? I said, what robbery? He said, there's no robbery file. You are not charged for robbery. So why is the newspapers and all the news media saying that you are charged for robbery? So you see that they didn't even... They just mash up my name all over the place. Police. That is how police is wicked to other police. So don't you ever think that when you don't on the base side, they're going to take side with you. No, police not taking any side with you. They prefer to sink you and tell our lies on you.
Okay.
So eventually, the judge threw out the case. No evidence. And we left. A few months after that, I was back at work in Hunts Bay. A document came to me that I was supposed to be charged departmentally for allowing myself to be charged for this and a whole bag of charges departmentally, allowing myself to be charged for robbery and all type of things. And there was no robbery file anywhere. They can't charge me departmentally. Because you know what they did, people? They just made a file and just put it over my head like an umbrella like this. Every time my name goes up for promotion, oh, Mr. Blake is under investigation. That's how corrupt the organization is. You hear me say? That's how corrupt the organization is. Constable Powell and I spent 3 months in jail. 3 months in jail. I don't even know what they charged Constable Powell for. There was nothing to even charge him for. Because the statement that they had on file was that I assaulted the man, not Constable Powell. So I don't know why was he even in jail.
Oh, so you don't know why? Because
I don't know.
With you, okay.
But all I know is that we were charged for assault. I was charged for assault. I don't know what Troy was charged for, even though I can't see why Troy was in custody. And they...
So if you did go and you commit a crime and you carry 2 other police plus 2 civilians were supposed to be informant, them have to get charged. Them are part of accessory to the crime or anything. So we know so them are get charged. We know so you have a charge like that. Yeah, man. You understand? So we know them are part of our one man gonna do this, but one another giant get charged. Or them say ninja man go to prison. Yeah? And use substantial evidence. But okay. When you go to the place, okay. Well, listen.
Charge 2 civilians separate that they robbed the man the day before, and that case went to shit. That case had no evidence and it was thrown out too. So they had no case. So let me tell you something, people. You think the Jamaica Constabulary Force easy? When you talk about corruption in the Jamaica Constabulary Force, man, tell you that police are so corrupt against each other, brethren. They will do anything to sink you as a policeman for any jugsman out the road or any politician out the road. Because you know why they were trying to sink me? Because guess what? Me and Blake, and me come from Hunts Bay. I'm a troublemaker and they want to get rid of Blake. So you know what they said? If Blake no go to prison, Blake for dead. That was what he's saying. The same complainant in the same case came to me and said, listen, my brethren, you are the most wanted policeman in Montego Bay and you're not wanted by gunmen. You are wanted by police because police said, Blake, you're for dead. I am telling you that. But you know what? God not sleep. Because you see all of them who was coming down on me and put a battery in my back like they were charging me. Yo, let me tell you something.
Me see it, mommy, I hear.
They end up charging us some robbery with some money from a secure car truck. Some of them died and gone. They end up at prison. A backlash I catch them.
Okay.
Because guess what? They touch the God anointed, me I tell you that. Then try send a good youth to prison. You ever said 3 months in jail, people. I slept in Montego Bay jail for 3 months for nothing.
Okay.
Just because police wanted to take me off the street because I was working. That's
No, but you say you just go there and you never know nobody. So why they want to take care of the street and your work, then you never recover not going to move. But I just did this and then I'm Negril and then them blink it to some other things. So where the work the day, me not understand still. Okay, just go there and you live in a hotel. When them search your hotel and like you say clean and get a house and start living, you live in a hotel, you start work. A cowboy them carry you. Me I go play the police thing. Me just have finish about the good thing and then I play the police thing.
what they did to me. That's what they did to Constable Troy Powell. And you know why they messed him up? Because they said he's from Montego Bay and he was taking the sides of the Kingston police officers. That's what happened to me. And that's what happened to Constable Troy Powell.
Oh.
We were ambushed and we were almost sent to prison and almost killed because we were doing good job in Montego Bay.
Good job.
And cowboy, trust me, I'll know you not apologize to me yet. And you need to apologize to me. You need to apologize to me. You need to call me out, Derek Knight.
But cowboy never come from Montego Bay the next month. So them carry you with them. All right. I play the thing in a minute.
You need to call me one of these days and you need to apologize. Because you bring a good youth go Montego Bay. And I wasn't a thief because you wouldn't bring me a Montego Bay if me a thief. And what you told me on the phone messed me up that day like, oh, me a thief, a gunshot, no forget. You need to apologize. May I tell you that. And me, but now I forget about that until you apologize to me. May I tell you that. Because that was the worst day of my life. You see, I went to Montego Bay with you and you come call me thief and say a gunshot, no forget. You know what I mean? For nothing. We did not do nothing. 2 innocent policemen. Handled by the system, destroyed by the system. You see what happened, people? The same internal affairs police officers came down was a part of the corruption. I can remember somebody called a certain people and said, listen, help those police officers. You know what they said to me? No, we can't help them. That is more than us. Troy Powell went to Clive Mullins, the attorney, to defend him. And he was a good attorney. The man said, can't touch it. Can't touch that case there. Because guess what? The labor right them are try send we a prison. Plus the politician, you understand? The labor right are try send we a prison. Plus the drug dealers in the community are trying. So everybody want Blake out of the way. Because Blake.
So, you go there, so you don't say that want to be with them again. Want to be at one of the most corrupted thing in a town. You know? But them say them back at Huntsville, why them never say them in Rockford or something. Huntsville, okay. And them say the liberate them want to get you out and plus drugs man and all kind of things. Me soon play with the police them.
Was doing a good spot of work.
Yes.
So they just employ the police them to destroy us.
Okay.
They tried once before the Negril incident. They called me, they give me some information one day to go up in a certain area. And before we went to the area, we stopped and we were in an unmarked car. And, you know, the God just looked at me and said, Blake, come out of the car. And I came up to the car and I said, come guys. And we were standing in a little bus stop while the unmarked car was parked in the street. And we look about 10 police cars, the circle unmarked car. And I was standing on the side watching like with guns drawn. And I was saying, what the hell is going on? I gave control the license plate number of the unmarked car. I saw one of the police officers that I knew and I said, police, come here. How are you going? You know what the police said to me? Bridging, so that car there, I come to kill everybody in it. You know? So I said, bro.
So where the police are tell you that and it's an empty car. You say police were going. That means I identify. You see that car there? I come to kill everybody in it. And it's an empty car. Police are tell you that. You stand up and watch him and really tell you that. An empty car. I come to kill everybody in it, you know. Okay. All right.
That car is my team in that car. Man, so Blake, watch yourself. The information we get to a gunman in the car. Control would have known that we were in that car based off of the license plate number, but yet the information was passed on. That
so control, you're sure control get the thing before the drive out of the car? Because if it's a police car, them know the license plate too, you know. So even if you have a handmark car, Them have the license plate and know from them see them know says a police car too. Them know. Anyway. And people from your station to call them a call by name. Okay. All right.
A gunman in the car. So, so the control in a Montego Bay corrupt. Because the control in a Montego Bay gave them the license plate number of the car to kill us.
Okay.
We'll never forget that day. That is how corrupt the thing is. And the other day we went to another house, we get some information.
So the Cowboy Knight and the other one did I run down there. Overall, of course, a night them did I run it. Are them in charge? Yeah, man. Are them in charge? But and them want kill Night you Wayne carry? Okay, all right, okay.
Talking about some people were fighting over drugs in our yard. We went to the yard, we chased a few guys, and they ran, escaped. And we searched the place and we found some ganja, like a whole lot of ganja, about a couple pounds of ganja, well, parceled ganja. The guy in the yard was coming to me and saying to me, like, yo, officer, we'll give you money, for you just,
You can't sit through the car. If them all right. So, Sean, you just said because them thought someone was in the car at the time, them want to come and leave and come to him and say, we'll come to kill everybody. Them that shoot up the car, brother. Brother, you see, and everything man just start run with, If you come down and circle a car, and a man say, come here. And you say, yeah, man, we come to kill everybody in the car. If you think people in the car, you just fire shot from the car, brother. So from them go down there and them see the car, them when the time say, oh, we come to kill everybody in the car. Yeah. Them that ask him, where the man them gone? And then them know him a police. And then they pan a patrol. Them that say, where the man them boom, bam, bam, bam. And that say, and them gone this or something, nothing like that. We just come to kill every man in the car, yeah? Because a gunman. But and everything where you see what for dissect, me understand you still can see what you understand what I say? Some things don't make sense to me, Because the people in the car that mean from them seeing the car, a man in the car, them that shoot up the car. Them that see nobody in it and you say, come here. And them know you're police. And I say, you see what them man the turn? Yeah, man, me say I pay a gun, man. And then him like recover gun. So if him see man come out with gun and look suspicious, maybe if a man stand up at your gate, and I call them and you have to carry me and show me where you come from. Can you imagine him see some man come out of a car, him have him gun him and him squad them. He might draw down upon them himself before even them man you talk because him same like recover gun, don't it? Okay. You have to listen keenly, man. Be good, man.
Just leave the weed and whatever. I say, no, man, I don't do that. I said, where you know me from? I don't do that. Anyway, after we saying that, another police car come up. I said, yeah, this car come up and one of the officers, I won't even call him, Tingling came to me and I was telling me about, yo, Blake, yo, you can't eat the food, man. I said, eat what? Eat which food? Tingling. I said, I don't want no money for nobody, Bridget. The next thing I know, Bridget, this inspector, I don't think it was Brisick, his name, Bisick or whatever.
So, Tingling name call up in this. Tingling not station on Mobay. So, you said Tingling come to you, Blake, and say, when you eat the food. Tingling go down on Mobay with Adams. Tingling say to eat the food and you say no, me no want none of this. Some criminal thing. Right?
What his name was, he came up with a whole lot of bike police and everything. I said, how was so much police I go? And then my head just picked me and then this is where it picked me, When the inspector came, the inspector did not come to me as the senior officer on the scene. The inspector went to the civilian, the Rasta man. And I started to cock my ears to listen to the conversation. And you know what he was saying to him? Like, yo, you find the weed still in about everything, Chris, man. That is what I heard the Rasta man saying to the inspector of police. So you know what, people, you know what they did? They was trying to set me up. So the phone call to my unit was just for me alone, my team alone, because we were supposed to take the money from that guy and then guess what? They just swoop down on us now and arrest us. That is what their plan was. But I'm not a corrupt police. I don't want to.
No, but it's a soup and arrest us. I think them that come shoot up a car there. Okay, all right, man. The next one, okay.
Money for anybody, so I wouldn't take no money for nobody, so they couldn't catch me. So they kept on trying until they found you in a certain position where they can lay charges against you and tell lies on you. That is how the Jamaica Constabulary Force is corrupt. People, police officers, I'm telling you something. You're in this organization and you have the zeal to work, but
tingling,
careful. Be careful of what you say to other police officers about criminals. Be careful what you say to other police officers about other police officers. You hear, Mr. Bridgen? Uno might end up missing or end up in prison.
Yeah.
That is the Jamaica Constabulary Force that we serve.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't want to hear in a brethren, if you don't want to take heed,
the same right, pan, you have to be careful. Wow, but you why is the on the ground? Every time them walk out, them and know, we know, you know. Me is the on the ground, you know, for you know, because we know what them do, you know. We know what them do. So when them attack, and like, we don't know what them do. We know them. If I say zoop, zoop, you can't draw them. Yeah, man.
come and work and go back home, leave out corruption.
Okay.
If you're not a part of a clique, you will sink like a boat full of hole. You get me? That's the Jamaica.
Yeah, if you're not a part of a clique. But yesterday have some man who live and tomorrow to borrow money, but them a survive. They trying to get wow, them a survive. But them make salute, you know, them man there. You understand? Yeah, man.
Constabulary Force. Me are telling you that. See what happened to me in Montego Bay? I will never forget that. 3 months in jail, my friends. For what?
3 months.
Just for search a man?
Search a
Even the
man.
judge in court was telling him that what are the police officers doing here? My attorney was saying, what are you doing in jail? Peter Champagne, good attorney. He was saying, Mr. Blake, what are you doing in jail? You see, people, what you don't understand, you know.
He said, my attorney said, Mr. Blake, what are you doing in jail? That means you used him before. Yeah, because if you just you get champagne enough money, you know. So now money man, a couple and only can hire champagne. Okay. Now I have champagne. Okay. All right, okay. Good.
If a policeman assaults a civilian and he reports it to the police station, say he reports it to the police station, you as the station guard need to tell this man, oh, you need to go down to 34 Duke Street and make a report to the complaints division. That is the advice, because you can't just charge the police like that. So when he goes down to the complaints division and he makes a report, if he goes, the complaints division will put a file together and they will send it through the system, and it should come to you to Hunts Bay for you to defend yourself, for you to write a statement and send back on the file.
But you have T-Ting link to, you know. Power that arms. So me know saying down there and through him know them. Remember him, you know, I don't know if that pick up them man there from down there. So that's why I'm call certain man name from certain places, you know. Saying? All right. I mean,
And they will do their investigation and decide whether you're supposed to be charged for assault or not. That is how it's supposed to work. No, police not supposed to come and charge no other police for assault a civilian out the road. No, it don't work, so there's
it can't work, so man. I'm see it can't charge a man. What do you mean by it not work, so? It can't work, so it work anyway. I just them not do it. Them can.
protocols. So, number one, they did not follow protocol to charge us. And the reason why they did not follow protocol to charge us is because they had us in custody over 10 days without being charged and without allowing us proper representations. So they had to find something to charge us for. They could not release us, because if they release us, that would be a big lawsuit. And they know this. That's why they kept us in custody. So
all right, so let me just make it talk. May I play a video? May I play where the police?
Me I want you know, be careful of your own police.
That's
and again,
true.
Be careful what you say to police about gunmen, especially gunmen who have ties with drug dealers who have money. Because you will end up, you lose all your work, and you not even know why you will lose your work. Take it from me. I have been through it.
Okay.
And I know a whole lot of other police officers have been through this. And they will tell you the same story. Learn. Listen and learn. What did I say, police officers? Listen and learn. The work is not what it seems. Corruption is more than good police officers in Jamaica Constabulary Force. Let me tell you that. Not every police is clean. Everybody want money. Most police want money. And money don't come and they work for look. And they will sink another police if you get that. They will make a police lose in life just to get what they want. That is how the system is. Learn that.
All right. So him say learn that, right? Okay. All right. So him do that. Let me just play this now because right away me now wait. So let me just play back where the police them sent to me. When you listen good, cause you know so I have to kind of alter some voice, can it might have sound, you know, but I have to do that because you know so that's how we do the thing, you know. You understand? Can hear this? When I identify people, watch this, hear this. Hear this now. Yeah. I'm making a hear, you know, because you see, if it does make the police them obey them answer and send me back. This. Yeah?
Talk. Blair. Blair come a Montego Bay. Yeah, man. Famous and Derek Knight come a Montego Bay. You understand me? Dirty stinking thief and cowboy. And come down there. As deputy soup. And he carry Blair. He carry own man them from town. Come a Montego Bay. Because I know Blair come a Blair because he right hand man. Right? Yeah, make a thief and car problem. Send him around. Or run extortion. And whole heap of people. You get the man say? Right? One of the things. First and foremost. Derek Knight. You understand me? Second in command to Famous at the time. Right? I sent James them cover. How comes? Right? How comes Blair and Powell? And the next one, you mention McFarlane, what then? They take up 2 man in a car and carry the man them. You understand me? Go on Negril. Where you do on Negril? And I St. John, we have so much crime in St. James. So much criminal activities in St. James. Where you do on Negril? With 2 civilians. 2 civilians in a car. Civilian them when known with criminal background. When them get go along there, mention McFarlane run left them. You see me? And if Negril police them never have reason and reasonable grounds to hold on upon them. Them only get sucked off and end up in a custody for 3 months. So now, this is a piece of nasty, this is a come talk about. Montego Bay police is the most corrupt police area in division, the constabule force. Him come down and come tell corrupt it, man, Cowboy Knight. Cowboy Knight was a thief. Cowboy Knight run a pure extortion. He link with all that drugs man in Montego Bay. And collect, full of belly, man, Amos. Them full of belly in Montego Bay. You understand? Even to know, Cowboy Knight have links. I'm going to be where man do underworld thing and ship off drugs. With man down here. You understand? Lonesome. Don't make a boy to try like him one trick. Jamaica, like he did innocent. Blake. You a thief. I mean a police working like division and know that. You understand me? Nobody come go on like you clean and you're decent and I come push up your mouth and I come talk about Montego Bay police this, Montego Bay police that. You come and come here corrupt it. You let funds be come down here. Go boy carry come down with thief. You wasn't know but you're not dealing with corruption. Me know if you collect money on road. You did a shake down people hard. The team out now. A shake down people. You understand? Nobody come go on like a decent Blake. Nobody like you want trick Jamaica people of the world. You're all thief. Enough frequency go on with. Whole people in the rap. You understand? A whole heap of some people corner search and doing a people place and take a people jobs, people money. You understand? Boy, your man love recover guns. You're going like say you're top slave for the constabule force. You're top thief. Man, I like when some man come and attack fuck with. You understand me? And I chat out them mouth. And I go like them clean. I know them not clean. You're bash a division. You're bash Montego Bay, St. James division. Cowboy, Amos, them come a St. James. And them Elphiton St. James in a criminal ground. Yes, them Elphiton St. James in a criminal ground. Because them come out with a get rich mentality. You see how fast enough back up and left. You don't kill all people. Innocent people. Until I lie. But that's how the system works. No fuck on the one with. You understand me? Whole heap of thing you do Blake. In a short piece of time you come here. But the reason why we the police in St. James did have eye on you. And I watch you because we know you're a thief. And because of the things that we do. And people are coming and complain to you about you. And all the fuckers and the criminal element that lies within the team and what they out there want to do. You understand me? I shake down people hard. I benefit yourself. But you don't deal with corruption and you don't collect bribery and everything. Lie at you. The white cowboy carry from a Montego Bay. White cowboy bring a Montego Bay. Cowboy bring man when you say yes. A hitman. A stepper. You understand me? Send out boy. One of them send, go shake down people. But Cowboy vex. And the reason why Cowboy vex and say you get a shot in your fucking face. Because Cowboy did not expect you to leave behind him back and end up in a Negril and make him know. Right? You can't Negril with 2 man in a car. You understand me? I met you McFarlane and Powell. You can rob the people them. You understand? But then I know say the man have links. The same 2 boy them. What carry down there as informant. Them bring some man go rob the man the day before. And it never work out. You understand me? It never work out. So them carry you and met you. You understand me? And Powell go down there now to rob the blood clot man. You understand me? It was a robbery thing because you did not report. Any transaction in Negril, you never report to control. Say you have a Negril. Control was not aware of that. The superior cowboy was not aware of that. So how you come and you put your mouth? You know like when man do frequency and come chat, I come go like you're clean and you're decent. You come and Mobay, come corrupt Mobay. Or thief. Now tell you, now make him trick you alone some. Or you come and come talk. How are you?
But you want me to play a phone now? Police are answer you back play. But we work with you, them work with you. One police answer, them send it. So not me just keep myself. Them say Cowboy Knight, you still have links with drugs, man. When you hear? Yeah, man, my plate, I make them hear, you know. My plate in our next farm again, make them hear it. Because, you know, my plate in our kind of farm, you know. Plate in the next farm again, they can hear it. Cowboy Knight. Yeah? Them still have links. Be a criminality. You see? Not my word. But people who work with you, other police who work with you, I tell you straight as is. You see me I say? Yeah, so you have to know all them things there, you know. You understand? So, you know, big liar, big this, big that. Whoa, me hear this. All right. Never play that. See, my speed man, my good man. See? Never play it back. Never play it back. I had so me play it one more time. Yeah? So you hear, police. You up it in from long time, send everything, send that, and then do them thing and send it to me and say, and I said, go. We have this and that and that and that. And the shit don't carry two, that and that, and, you know. Saying, so we know the force to take a long time, you know. So when you hear me attack, kind of like, you know, kind of joke me on it. But the police, some of your police send it in back on your ear. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. See that? Listen again.
You're doing so.
Well, on there. Yeah, man. Hear it again.
Doing so. Listen, it's a police car there. Attack. Blair. Blair come a Montego Bay. Yeah, man. You must have Derek Knight come a Montego Bay. You understand me? Dirty stinking thief in Cowboy. And come down there. As deputy so. And him carry Blair. Him carry poor man from town. Come a Montego Bay. Because I know Blair come a Blair because him right hand man. Right? You have a thief in car problem. Send him around. Go run extortion. And whole heap of people. You get the man say? Right? One of the things. First and foremost. Derek Knight. You understand me? Second in command to Amos at the time. Right? I sent James them cover. How comes? Right? How comes Blake and Powell? And the next one you mention McFarlane. What then? They take up two man in a car. And carry the man them. You understand me? Go on Negril. Where you do on Negril? And I sent James, we have so much crime. In a St. James. So much criminal activities in a St. James. Where you do on Negril? With two civilians in a car. Civilian them when known with criminal background. When them get go along there, mention McFarlane run left them. You see me? And if Negril police them never have reason and reasonable grounds to hold on upon them. Them only get sucked off and end up in a custody for 3 months. So now, this is a piece of nasty, this I come talk about. Montego Bay police is the most corrupt police era in division in the constable force. Him come and come tell corrupt it, man, Cowboy Knight. Cowboy Knight was a thief. Cowboy Knight was a pure extortion. He link with all like drugs man in Montego Bay. And collect, him full in belly, man, Amos. Him full in belly in Montego Bay. You understand? Even to know, Cowboy Knight have links. I'm going to be away my underworld thing a ship of drugs. With man down here. You understand? Lonesome. Don't make a boy to try like him and trick Jamaica, like he did innocent. Blake, you are thief. I mean, a police working like David Chan, and know that. You understand me? Nobody come go on like you're clean and you're decent, and I come push up your mouth and I come talk about Montego Bay police, this Montego Bay police, that. You come and come here, corrupt it. You let be come down here. Cowboy can't come down that old thief. You wasn't know about you're not dealing with corruption. Me know if you collect money on road. You did a shake down people, hard. The team out now, a shake down people. You understand? Nobody come go like you're decent, Blake. Nobody like you want to trick Jamaica people of the world. You're old thief. Enough frequency go on with whole heap of people in the rap. You understand? A whole heap of some people corner search and doing a people place and take up people jobs, people money. You understand? Boy, your man love recover guns. You're going like say you're top slave for the constable force, you're top thief. Man, I like when some man come and attack, fuck with. You understand me? And I chat out them mouth. And I go on like them clean. I don't know them clean, you bash a division. You bash Montego Bay, St. James division. Cowboy, Amos, them come to St. James. And them Elferton St. James in a criminal ground. Yes, them Elferton St. James in a criminal ground. And them come out with a get rich mentality. It's your fast and have to back up on there. You don't kill our people. Innocent people until I lie. But that's how the system works. No fuck on the one with. You understand me? Whole heap of acting in the Blake. In a short piece of time to come here. But the reason why we the police in St. James did have hype on you. And I watch you because we know you're thief. And because of the things that you do. And people are coming and complain to you about you. And all the fuckers and the criminal element that lies within the team and what is out there. You understand that shit down people.
No man, you know what? Say me nothing right now, you know, man. Yeah, that's it.
You understand that shake down people hard. I benefit from yourself. But you don't deal with corruption and you don't collect bribery and everything. Lie at you. The white cowboy carry from a Montego Bay. White cowboy bring a Montego Bay. Cowboy bring man when no say yes. A hitman. A stepper. You understand me? Send out boy. Man them send for shake down people. But cowboy vex. And the reason why cowboy vex and say you get a shot in your fucking face. Because cowboy did not expect you to leave behind him back and end up in a Negril and make him know. Right? Okay. You can't a Negril with 2 man in a car. You understand me? I mention McFarlane and Powell. You can rob the people them. You understand me? But then they know say the man have links. The same 2 boy them. What carry down there as informant. Then bring some man go rob the man the day before. And it never work out. You understand me? It never work out. So them carry you and make sure. You understand me? And Powell go down there now to rob the blood clot man. You understand me? It was a robbery thing because you did not report any transaction in Negril.
You can't say me nothing right now, man. Stop. Hold on a minute, man. I mash up the thing, man. You can't say me nothing now, man. Let me just play the thing now, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, just send me something right now. Because my thing always full of things, you know. So me just knock in that one, you know. So me say.
That lies within the team on what is out there, what do. You understand that shake down people hard. I benefit from yourself. But you don't deal with corruption and you don't collect bribery and everything. Lie at you. The white cowboy carry from a Montego Bay. White cowboy bring a Montego Bay. Cowboy bring man when no say yes. A hitman. A stepper. You understand me? Send out boy. Man them send for shake down people. But cowboy vex. And the reason why cowboy vex and say you get a shot in your fucking face. Because cowboy did not expect you to leave behind him back and end up in a Negril and make him know. Right? You can't a Negril with 2 man in a car. You understand me? I mention McFarlane and Powell. You can rob the people them. You understand? But then I know say the man have links, the same two boy them. What carry down there as informant. Then bring some man go rob the man the day before. And it never work out. You understand me? It never work out. So them carry you and met you. You understand me? And Paul will go down there now to rob the blood clot man. You understand me? Because I rob everything because you did not report any transaction in Negril. You never report to control. Say you have a Negril. Control was not aware of that. The superior cowboy was not aware of that. So how you come and yap up your mouth? You don't like when man do free and come and chat and come go like you're clean and you're decent. You come and Mobay, come throw up Mobay. Or thief. I tell you, now make him chick you alone some. Or you come and come talk. How are you?
You're not trick, my man. He's a man way. If a chicken in the book, you know. So they're like, he's a man then can draw on a card pan and them thing there, you know. But they can say man an angel and people know man an angel. I mean, yeah, with the angel thing and them thing. But me, as I said before, you know, if police send them thing, come give me Blake, I yes, some things that make me sound right. Me point out some things that me sound right. You know, when you talk, we just talk it straight as it's still. See? Because the man, hey, some things will be hear different from vice noting. It's unbelievable. Maybe you hear some more vice noting. You understand? Can I tell you some years up on the ground? So a man, you a man at work and step, I want to go up and move and the man work at the same station with you. When you know you, they might send things like this to me. Saying here, them say cowboys still have the links. You know, my thief, remember, you know, and him alone tell me that. And a police alone talk to me, you know. 1 and 2 or 3 or 4 police alone talk to me. If I'm not being, no. Then the police talk to me. And tell me one now. You have the youth, them talk to me too. So cowboy name come up in a every corner, underground, and in a police force. Yeah, man. He must too. And McGregor. The name come up to McGregor. Yeah, enough things. Yeah, man. See? Night, them say rich 2 times. Not my word. 2 times. I mean, I talk same thing when them say scamming this and that 2 times. When them come in a dance, we know say X amount of money. Them tell you, you know, every youth salute to him how much money run and saying, be a US, him just say nobody killing yourself make money. Me just repeat. See? So we come here is the the gun, you know. Me say the the gun. Remember, you know, and like me, I don't know, me not have no time for that. Me not do tabloid. See? No tabloid. Go on here. None. See? Maybe tomorrow, come I'm going to go do something, you know. I'm going to go do something right now, but tomorrow, them kill a blogger. And I hear from some police, but I'm going to change up something. I'm going to hear something. See? Say, you know, in the go on, a vehicle that did a go on and I rob people, like carry people and just like, you know, like police and I do enough little things. And him, because them got the host, that's why them got the host, because search it because people identify him. And a long time him lived in Ireland. He said a long time he moved to the area and thing. But when you hear about that tomorrow, remember I say, we have correspondent everywhere, you know. We can see where you know. Whether civilian or police. Now watch your face. I learn something new. See it? We just keep it real. I like get inside source, you know. Yeah, man. I forget from the inside source. Hey, me hear some things break it. Jano. If them never record, maybe you hear me complete some other things and time and everything set speed. Cause remember police thing the first way. Yeah, and them did there and whatever, you know. You see me I say? They just keep it real, lonesome. We keep it real, you know. So my play Blake thing and them send it, a matter of fact, them send it to me because I never see it. And then them send the voice note too. You know what I'm talking? Them not tell me like me, I read it off. You see? Send, not my word. You see? That's a messenger. You understand? I send the message out. You understand? Phone to know what I want. Jen, we hear some things when I call up a name for belief. And say, cowboy. You're a cowboy, it guy, you cowboy, send out. And the other one, name us. You're a cowboy youth. That's why they say cowboy say forget a shot in the head because he never knew say that going to Negril at the time. You know? So you explain yourself, them I tell you. But the part them where you talk, yeah man. Yeah man. Yeah man. The part where you talk say the police them and with them fight and them do well. We understand that. I remember me always say these things all the time. So when you know the thing, you know so the thing I mean also something come up my walk far from it. Me now give them 20 of my years, you know. Me I left man, I have to find something, man. Me not sit down in that till wow, man. If you say if you sit down in them, I'll kill you if you're a good cop, them I'll kill you or something. Or you know get a promotion, you know. You see me I say? Yeah man, so that don't make no sense, man. You understand? No sense at all. Yeah. When the rude people are nastiness, when me done, you know, we destroy the whole of the thing. Me no mind when I put it up, you know, because me like, the challenge, you know. Yeah, man, I move it and put it up. No come on so. You understand? I want to make sure we not forget build more, use thing and build more. Because when we don't know. You know it go already. Anyway, me run gonna go do our next thing here. Tomorrow I might take care of that thing there. Can you know we keep it real? Yeah, lonesome. I am up. Blessed, yeah? All right, bless.